that? Oh. Oh. Interesting. What the fuck is this? Okay, so right now I'm coming up on what would be the probably northeast, or actually northwest tip of Dobrokova, and there's just a couple little places to loot up here. Let's see what I see. I'm just gonna make kind of a quick run through here and see if there's anywhere decent to run through, and if there's not, I'm just gonna bolt. And this looks like a bust. There's also a shit ton of zombies around here. There's got to be another player here somewhere. Whoa. Yeah, that's way too many zombies. There's another player here somewhere. Somewhere. Where are you, Mr. Player? Wow. Maybe. Maybe there's not. Maybe that's just the normal amount. Maybe if I just wasn't running around in the middle of an open field like an asshole, I wouldn't have aggroed all these zombies. I'm just gonna run away like a little pansy. Screw this. I'm not fighting these zombies. I'm just gonna keep following this road north. I may end up having to kill a couple of these, but I would rather not. Hopefully I can lose them in the woods. Run! Could you imagine if zombies could really run like this? You know, I'd like to, because I can't run very fast. I was in the Army for 2 years, and they make you run a lot in the Army. I am a non-running motherfucker, okay? And I know rule number 1 in Zombieland is cardio. Light jog. That's why I like The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead zombies versus the 28 Days Later zombies. I'd like to think I have a fighting chance in The Walking Dead with the slow, shambling zombies. These things, I'd be fucked. These sprinters, nah, I'd be screwed. I would be dead within the first, I really should have used my bat. Or at least aimed further ahead. That was stupid. I just used up a bunch of ammo. But yeah, I would be screwed with these types of zombies. Okay, so I'm coming up on this little industrial area here. There's a little, I don't know, what do you call it, a tool shed, gas station building. And then there's one of the red barns over there. Directly to my west is the town of, like I said, I'm just going to call it Gizmo. Gizvodo. So I'm going to try to loot these. Ooh. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Cow. I'm going to loot Mr. Cow, and then I'm going to loot these buildings, and then head west. Go west, young man! But first, come here, Mr. Cow. Okay, so I got a little fire going and cooked up this beefsteak. So yeah, I killed the cow and cooked up some beefsteaks, and now I'm going to continue on, and man, there's just a ton of zombies here. Kind of makes me feel like I'm being followed. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just being paranoid. I don't know. Sure seems like a lot of... Maybe they just added more. I don't know. Does anybody know? It seems like it doesn't seem like there should be a lot of zombies here. Oh, you know, just another day at the office. This guy's probably gonna aggro. Nope. Nope. Easy does it. Easy does it. And there's nothing in there. Seriously? Alright. Fine. So this is the only lootable place here. So I guess I'll try going to the barn. But man, there's a ton of zombies. I do not want to have to fire my gun again, so I'm gonna take this slow. Very, very slow. Hey, check that out. It's a rainbow. Okay, so I'm going to give this red barn a quick look-see, and then this road actually goes straight to the town that I'm trying to get to, the Gizmo, whatever the hell it's called. So, let's see if I can find anything worthwhile in here. Man, zombies just spawning out the ass. So, we got... This is probably... Oh, looks like another box of matches. Can always use that. And that looks like a fuel can. I'll probably grab that too, just in case. Come on up, Mr. Zombie. Come on up the steps. And die. I'm gonna ditch the DIY manual and just take the other box of matches. Because I don't even think these... Somebody was saying on side chat that these don't even work anymore, so... I guess they've... At the time of this recording, they have temporarily disabled base building, so none of those work. Those manuals for base building. And I think that's everything. So that's east. And that is west. And that's a zombie. Whoa! Okay, here we go. So, I'm coming up on the town of Gizmodio, and there should be a dirt road that's going to intersect with this road. And then the road after that is going to veer to the right, which will actually be north. And that will take me straight to the dam. To the dam! Head north, young man. What's that? Oh. Oh. Interesting. What the fuck is this? Is this just a... It's a trap. What is this? Whoa. Well, that's interesting. What the fuck is this? It's just like a random, just a random loot drop. Huh. Never seen that before. Yeah, that's got to be something new. I'll take the free food and top off at least. That's a nice little oasis. So anybody that's watching, this is about halfway between the Red Barn and Gizmo. It's near this little intersection of roads here. So that's interesting. Okay. Well, cool. All right. Topped off, food, thirst, full health, ready for action. So that's the town of Gizmo. Ow, Gizmo. That's the town of Gizmo. Straight over there. And since I found this cool little oasis, I'm not even gonna bother going in there. I've got plenty of food. And so there's two roads that intersect here. There's a dirt road, and then there's a paved road, and the paved road is the road I want to take north. Yeah, so I'm not even going to bother going into that town. That little oasis kind of saved me there. Oh, that's interesting. There's, oh, I forget what that's called. What is that called? Is that Black Mountain, I think? Off in the distance? Yep, not going up there. Not today. Probably get shot up there. So I got chased by a couple of zombies as I was going past a house following this road, but for the most part it's been relatively free of incident. But man, it always makes me a little nervous being this far north, because the only other people that are this far north are people that have survived as long as I have, probably longer, and probably have better weapons than me. And probably sniper rifles. And grenades. And landmines. And thermal detonators. And all sorts of other terrible weapons of mass destruction. Ooh, a bunny rabbit. Ah! Come here, bunny. Come here, bunny rabbit. Ah! Oh, he ran right by me. Crap. Come here, buddy. Oh, man. Shit on it. I don't need it. It would have been fun, but it's not worth the bullets. I've got plenty of beefsteaks. Yeah, and bacon. So there's no need. You can live, bunny, for now. Man. Gotta watch these tree lines. So we're not too far from the dam. Man, these trees make me nervous. And I really should be sticking closer to the wood line. I'm kind of out in the open. I'm actually just gonna stop for a minute and listen. When I logged out last time, there was not a whole lot of people on the server, but the server was about to restart. So, logging back in and continuing my quest for the dam, the Pobeda Dam, which is basically near the far north of the map. It's about as far north as you can get. After that, there's just really not any major landmarks. That's kind of my goal for this playthrough, is to make it to the dam and see what I can find. So again, I'm just kind of taking my time. There's quite a few people on the server, and like I said, it's been a little while since I've played on this server, so I don't know exactly where everybody's at. So at this point in the game, when you're this far north on the server, the only other people you're going to run into are people that are also heavily armed. So it's not like when you're running around on the coast down south, the only people you're running into is either bandits or freshly spawned characters. If you run into somebody up here, it's going to be somebody that's ready to go. So so just really having to, if it seems like I'm running slower than I should, it's because especially when you're by yourself, you just really have to take your time. So yeah, you just kind of have to use all of your senses. Look, listen. If smelling was an option, that would if you could smell other players' BO, that would be something. They should make that a feature. Can you smell the other players? It's like I smell the musky stench of another survivor. There's somebody nearby. I must take cover. Okay, so the road actually continues here. I'm gonna take the long way around though and stick to the wood line. I just don't know. I just don't know if there's any other players up this far or not. And I don't want to risk going out in the open like that. Not up here. So we will take the scenic route. So you gotta keep your eye on the ground while you're playing. Not just for other players, but one of the features in this game now is if you have sandbags and a shovel, which I think I do still have a shovel. double check. Yes, a shovel. You can actually dig under the ground and make what they call a stash, and it's kind of like a tent, and basically it just makes a little it's a little underground stash, and it's kind of like a mini tent. I think it only has like 8 slots or something like that, so it's not super huge. But if you've got a few extra items that you want to store, maybe you want to hide some food and a weapon just in case you get robbed or something like that, you can do that. And you can also bust into other people's stashes, so you kind of just have to keep your eye on the ground too. It does make a little, like a dirt mound. They're hard to spot unless you know that they're there, but if you kind of keep your eye out, you can find some. Let's see. Yeah, so the server didn't quite fill back up. When I first went to log in, there were 40 or so people on the server, but then there was a server restart, so a bunch of them left, so probably everybody... Oop. I see water. We're getting close to the dam, folks. There she is. There's the dam. I never thought I'd see her again. Just, it's just kind of one of those things. This area is so... I don't know why. We've just... When Jay and I used to play this game, we'd end up here at the dam a lot. And it's just kind of a... It's so far north. When you've made it this far, you know, okay, you've come a long way in the game. It's so far removed from the you know, the towns down south, and you know, we've set up camps here in the past or stumbled onto other camps. I remember one time I was running around up here at night, and I saw a pickup truck parked kind of off over by the woods, and you know, I'm looking around, I don't see anybody, and then I run over to the dam, and as I get closer to the dam, I realize there's just a guy standing by one of those trees with his gun fixed on me, and he's just watching me. And then he was there for like 3 minutes before I realized he was there, and he come to find out there was a team of medics on the server, basically players that were just playing as medics, and he was friendly, but he didn't know if I was friendly or not. So he was, you know, he wasn't sure if I was planning to rob him or what I was planning to do. So he was keeping his eye on me, and rightfully so, just waiting to see if I was either going to try to steal his truck or, you know, he wasn't sure what I was going to do. So he was cool, and, you know, once we kind of established that loose, you know, acquaintanceship that you have with other characters in DayZ, he went his separate way and I went my separate way, and I didn't try to follow him. I'm sure he probably had a camp somewhere where he was storing medical supplies, but it was just kind of one of those moments where your heart pounds, just like usual in DayZ. So so I'm just kind of looking to see, are there other characters nearby, other players, tents. If I was a bandit, I would be somewhere nearby. One of the interesting things about the dam is that it does spawn, or at least it used to, in older versions of the game. I don't know if it still does or not, but it would actually spawn military equipment. So it wasn't as good as necessarily as you know, going to an airfield or some other military installation, but it, you know, I mean, there's a good chance you could find an M16 or some ammo, stuff like that. And then, of course, you've got a water source, so you can... That's interesting, there's a ladder there. I never noticed that before. So, you know, it's just there... If you can get up here, there's potential for sustainability. It's just kind of out here and away from everything. So I'm just going to kind of sit here for a minute and watch the area and see if anybody comes by. I'm not sniping or anything like that. I just want to see if there's any other characters nearby. So before I go running in here like gangbusters. Well, I've been watching for about 3 or 5 minutes here, and I have not seen any other player activity. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see what I can see. I'm going to try to keep... Ooh, what the hell's that? What is that? I thought I saw something there for a minute. And there is a zombie to my right. Where the hell was it? I thought I saw something. I think I'm just seeing things. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to keep... Oh, here we go. Zombie train. I'll lose him in the barn here. And all that for duct tape. Which I think I've already got 2 rolls of duct tape, so I'm not too worried about that. The walker dog paddle. Okay, so the number of walkers did just increase. And there's nothing here. Seriously? So walkers can't run across the dam. It treats it... The dam acts like a... acts more like the inside of a building. So walkers cannot run across the dam, but man, zombies are aggroed as hell. There's usually way more loot than this up here. I am severely disappointed. I've already got camo clothing, so I don't really need any more of that. I'm actually wearing camo clothing. What the hell? Or are the zombies just going bananas? Yeah, usually there's loot all up and down this thing, so I'm kind of disappointed. Huh? Hello? Hello? Yeah, I think that's the zombie in the water. That's going all crazy down there. Ooh, smoke grenades. I gotta say, I'm really bummed with the lack of loot in this area. And the server just restarted too, so I was hoping that maybe there'd be some good stuff. And I still don't have a compass, so I'm gonna get lost before it's all said and done. Yeah, so I'm here, which is, to put that in perspective, usually you spawn way down here somewhere. So, happy to be here, but kind of disappointed with the amount of loot that is in the area. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now, so I think I'm going to get out of here. Question is, do I go... Where should I go from here? The only plausible solution is to go to the northwest airfield. I think that's an appropriate swan song for the DayZ mod and me. Is to take one last trip to the airfield. So we'll see if we can get there. We'll see if we can get there without a compass.